Honestly, having the Dragon Rulers back at 1 wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion. I do miss me some Redux. It was a good card. Same thing with the Water one. I definitely really like Tidal. Tidal was a very, very good card. The things it did, and even Tempest being able to Rhoda was incredibly powerful for the decks that it was meant to be in. I think 1 would be fine. The current bullshit we're dealing with in today's metagame, I don't see any problem with it, to be completely honest with you guys. Next up, Sultran Mir asks, what's a good speed engine you can add to Gravekeeper's level 4, rank 4 deck to give it speed and consistency? Pot of Desires coming to you later this August. Duality, maybe not so much. You have to understand you're playing Gravekeepers, and I don't want to rag on you here, but your deck does 2 things. You lock your opponent out of the graveyard, which is only really good for half of the metagame. And unfortunately, in today's game, what rank 4s do you really want to make? It's a sad reality. I really wish a lot of these decks could be a little bit better, but they're really not. But your deck still has Necro Valley, you're still in a better position. Spine's not a terrible card, but you still have to remember you're a slow-paced deck and you can't really adapt to a lot of the metagame. So it's one of the unfortunate situations that you have to come up with. But Desires would be good. Once again though, there's not a lot you can really do. So Meme Lord Deuteroni asks, show off your trade binder. Bro, this man asked for my trade binder. Alright, 1 second. So, hole in the wall. Cards. More cards. More cards. More cards. More cards. Alright. We did it. I'll show you my actual trade binder if you want. Like, it's even better. This is the binder that I just don't take apart. Ooh, look at that. My token from Fuckboy Shorten. Look at this. Look at this. This binder is absolutely amazing. All the 6 Samurai Uniteds are fucked. All the Slicers, man. Spiral Super Agent. Ooh. Some mass changes. This binder's amazing. More red mass changes. Cypher and Gamma, which probably should take out of here. This binder was a lot better in its prime. Some Silicas. Lone Fire Blossom and No Name. MKohl. Stardust signed by Greg Abbey. MKohl. Boop, boop. And tokens for if you guys ever see me at events. Give them out if people come up to me and say hi. Some Smashing Grounds. That's my current trade binder. Someone's going to be like, Robbie, that's a bait binder. No, that shit ain't. Shit is the Robbie wants really bad cards binder. So, we get bad cards as the binder. Call Me Nevermore asks, can you give us a tour of your house and show off your shirt collection? That will be another video. That's on the to-do list. There's like 8 shirts. Besides this card game, what are your other sources of income? Very well-timed investments. Show off your collection binder. That will be another video. Don't worry. I've got notes of these. We will do a house tour at some point, and we'll do a collection binder for you guys at some point. Don't worry. We will. It's Kanya ask, ass or tits? Tits. Though a little itty bitty booty up in that face needs to get the fuck out of here. Curves, man, birth and hips are definitely far better than all that. Kevin Mead says, love the content, Robbie. I was curious your thoughts of picking up that grass. Is it going to be reprinted in the tins? I want to grab a playset, but I can't help but feel it's going to announce its reprint. It plummets. Actually, we just did Market Watch a couple days ago. They're down. Now's your chance. They're under 20. Superior Optimus 300 asks, who is best girl? That's a very good question, actually. As, like, all the dust in my room falls. I'm a huge Evangelion fan. Actually, this was a present from a friend of mine in Japan. He actually won this in a lottery drawing there. Actually, very shocked. I've never seen anything like this come up on eBay. I assume that this is a particularly rare figure. I'm not quite sure. But I'm a huge, huge Asuka fan. But I'm also a really big fan of Nagisa and Clement. Evidently this thing's worth like $100 now. Bought this shit off Idea like years ago. So, but honestly, probably those two are probably the best. Next up, Disgust ask, if you must pick one, Vanguard or Yugioh? Currently Yugioh. Not too happy with Vanguard at the moment, though we're going to continue making Vanguard content, because Vanguard became Yugioh. It's the game that we're taking all of our frustrations out on at the moment. Unleash the Coal ask, what made you start making Yu-Gi-Oh videos? So, I went through this little phase in my life where I suck ass at writing. Hell, even some of my train of thoughts get lost here. But I went to the media, or the medium that was best for me. I definitely think I made the right choice. I still think a lot of people look forward to my opinion, and it means a lot after all these years that we're still doing this. So I think it's very important to understand that, like, we came into this wanting to help people, give my opinions on gadgets, and we've adapted with time. So I hope you guys are still happy with that. Ebony Blaze asks, do you have papers? Right here. I know what you're talking about, though. What do you think about Trump and what he's doing to illegal immigrants? I don't know. I was born in America, so I don't think I'm too worried. I choose not to involve myself with politics. There's too much shit there. BCTRFS ask, how long have you been pregnant, and do I have to play child support when you finally give birth? Also, between us, with the Magic community always getting together to resolve an issue due to part of the Magic tubers, do you think, or will you as well get together with other Yu-Gi tubers to actually promote fixing issues with this game, i.e. getting together with other tubers and Zodiac and actually bringing a lot of attention to something like a late ban list or whatever? Also, I'm not paying for the fucking baby, Robbie. Stuff it in your hole in the wall and finally fucking seal it. Guys, VCTRFS is the father. I made a grave mistake. I'm sorry. Please don't judge me. This is my life story. Honestly, getting together, late ban lists and things like that don't necessarily bug me. I have a general mentality towards these things. A lot of the issues that a lot of this community seems to really get pissed with doesn't really seem to bug me, but you know what? If we need to rabble, I'm sure we can rabble. You know what I mean? DKBZ Darklaw asks, what's my favorite cartoon, not anime, of all time? Oh man, I can't say cartoon, or I can't say anime. It's not the Powerpuff Girls. It's not Courage Cowardly Dog. Edna and Eddie was pretty good. Nope. Digimon. Digimon's from my childhood. We did it. Marcus Baller asks, do you eat the booty? Who doesn't eat a good booty? Who does not eat the buttholio? Omega Vanguard asks, what hobbies do you have outside of Vanguard? Studying human behavior, figuring out why people make certain decisions, and their rational thoughts behind them. A little bit of some crazy tendencies I have going here, but definitely some of the more fucked up shit. Gilbert Nozako. How old am I? I am a young 27 years old. rolling into 28 this August. Man, so fucking old. Solicant Mangoes ask, Solucent Mangoes? Do you view Yu-Gi-Oh! A monetary vice? No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't make you rich, though it does get me by on my month-to-month. I find even with a well-paying part-time job, it's hard to keep up with the demand for buying the newest and best cards. Do you ever find yourself skipping out on activities or events so you can fund your hobby? Yes, I've skipped many a movies with my friends because I like hanging out with my boys. I really do. But when you're going to watch movies every weekend, sometimes you just can't afford it. So sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So keep that in mind, that sometimes you have to take the higher road in life, especially if you're buying Ghost Ashes and Diagrams. Mass Duelist 13 asks, how many shirts do I own? Currently 10, thanks to the help of my Patreons. Will be 12 in a few weeks. Abdullah Tanvir asks, do you think we are shitty? Do you think that we are shitty? I believe that every person can be shitty. But in all honest truth, you know, my audience is my audience. You know, a lot of you guys are very old people a lot of you guys have quit Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of you keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a lot of people that actually watch my channel just to keep up with it, not really playing the game. And that's actually really cool to me as a person. Some days I think my audience can be fucking the biggest assholes on the planet. Other days, you guys can be very supportive. But you guys are subscribed to me, so, you know, you guys are good people, in my opinion. Some days I'm just having my period. Abdul also asks, why don't I do giveaways more frequently? Because wanting to spend money on something that's not sponsored is expensive. I love my audience. Me and John do a lot on our stream. You know, if you guys want to win free boxes, shit like that, it's over there. But, you know, we can discuss doing more giveaways. They don't do what they needed to do. You know, giveaways would generally help boost channels. And giving back means a lot, but you have to understand that everything costs money. And if I'm already on a minimal schedule here, you know, I'm more focused on wanting to build myself as a player. So when I learn something, I can talk about it. And right now we're currently on that shitty end. Also, Abdul asks, why don't I edit my videos? I grew up in a generation in this community that I think it takes away from the video. If you edit out your reactions and things like that, then it doesn't really give the same feel as you would be giving, leaving it pure. So keep that in mind, that it's more of a stylistic thing. No, outside of like the camera clicking on and off a few times, I think so. I think not editing is appropriate. Aaron Pazdera asks, so in your words, you're a dinosaur, and you've been relatively consistent with videos. Why don't you think your channel is bigger? Actually, so... No, my water! So... back in 2015, this channel kind of took a dip in terms of content. Like, there was content coming out, but like it wasn't beefy, as I would call it my current standards. So because of, you know, coming out of that boom, a lot of my audience really felt down. And back in December last year, a lot of you guys would probably agree that this channel sucked fucking dicks. So because of that break and kind of just letting it go without really caring, I really hurt this channel. And I hope that we're getting back on the right track. I think we are. We're getting there in terms of content. We're testing out new things every week. So I hope that answers your question. You guys still there? Hello? 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 It's me. We got more to go here. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got this. Twisted_issues13 asks, what's one deck you've always wanted to play but never played, had the chance to play? Minerva Swarm before I got on Minerva, probably. The deck would have been a little bit funner. Kind of had the chance to play everything in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. There's not much else. Rescue Cat with more Doom Calibers would have been nice during the peak of that format, but for the most part, not much I can really think of. Danny Grimaldo asks, have you thought about bringing back gadgets or perfecting the gadget segment? Please bring back gadgets, lol. Just gonna put this here. Gadgets are the bread and butter of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. They've got me to where I am today, but you guys have to understand that they're not good at the moment. We can talk about what we could do to make them good, but until we can get a change or something, unfortunately, there's not much we could do. I've considered reviving and perfecting the gadgets. I really have. And, you know, dick around with a poll and see what people think here. But don't worry, I've heard your concerns. So, Citrine Husky asks, why are cards like Retro Pack 1 Cyber Harpy and TP7 Fortress Wheel worth so much money? Because people are investing into these cards that were very rare already as monetary things. People are supplementing the secondary market, which is very good for our game. I think that a lot of people should really be thankful that these cards are worth a lot of money. But it's just a good showing that collectors' items cards are really gaining in value. I think it's very good for the game. Riolu7 asks, he's got a Pokemon name. Why Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh over TCGs? Any mechanics in particular? I play Magic. I like Modern. It's expensive. Don't want to touch it. Got too much money invested in other games. God. And I grew up with Pokemon. I really don't want to go back to Pokemon. You know, like, Pokemon was cool. Don't get me wrong. Shaman King was a fucking phenomenal game. Didn't take off. Tried Bleach. Failed. Naruto was dead by the time I touched it. And I like Weiss. Love this game to death. It's my guilty pleasure. But I get to play it maybe 3 times a year. So I have Phantom, which is the 6th set in the game. It's one of the rarest decks in the game to actually have. And, well, you know, unfortunately, if anything teaches us about things like that, expensive investments are not always necessarily a good thing. So, you know, keep that in mind. Alright. But I like Weiss. I like Weiss because the game seems like it can be skillless, but battling with your waifu, that's where it's at. Luke's Yu-Gi-Oh channel. What type of car do you drive in your videos? Chrysler 200. Baby. It was at the beginning of the first Q&A video. Michael Fitzpatrick asks, what archetype artwork or overall aesthetic theme do you think is best, regardless of playability and strength? Like I said, I definitely love the Charmers. They're very iconic to the game, in my opinion. And I'd like to see them expanded on. But the art is very cool for the anime style. Also Trap Tricks. I really love their style of art. Fucking Myra Melio is the fucking coolest thing ever. Really wish they could have done more though. Anime King asks, do you remember Amanda LaPalme and Vayu Enthusiast? That they are ex-Yugi-tubing names. Oh, of course I remember. Who doesn't remember? Everyone members. If you've been around for as long as I have, we don't forget. Like an elephant. Never forget. Christopher Porter, top 10 non-meta decks you either play or would love to play. Oh, man. The 13 Gates, Exodia deck, 0 and 13 Pendulum Scales, Charmers, Trap Tricks, Heroes, Spirits, Zephyra. That's all I can think of. It's probably 4 more. Oh, Necros. Necros is number 7. Gadgets, number 8. Dark Magicians. Dark Magicians is actually really fucking fun. Same with Blue Eyes. They're not super meta-y anymore, but those are all really fun decks that I definitely enjoy. Charmers I need to build another fucking deck of. D3VB asks, how long have I played Gadgets for? 10 years? D3B also asks, do you think troll decks like Chainburn, Nurseburn, Exodia have potential in the competitive scene? Chainburn just missed its window to be competitive while Zoo was at full power. Chainburn won a lot of potential invites for players. If they knew what the fuck they were doing, you could play Chainburn and do very good. Local Champ 9139 asks, what are some of your best memories Yu-Gi-Oh has given you? That's a sad sigh. Beating Jarrell Pro Winston's ass, beating Petco on camera. It's a really old video. Meeting Jobber, getting 2 tops in this game, Yu-Gi tubing in general. All of these things have really brought me closer to a lot of people I don't think I would have got the chance to meet. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's done a lot of fucking good shit. I hope it's not a half-assed answer, but really the tops, the glory, and the friends, those would be the top things that Yu-Gi-Oh's done for me in terms of memories. Hasta Manasti asks, political and religious views. I don't want to fuck with politics because everyone has an opinion like everyone has an asshole. Religious views, I don't know. I'm gonna be blunt with you. I don't believe there's something out there. What I don't know. Jure de Mer? Could be wrong on that. What's my favorite zombie? And what is your favorite zombie and why is it 3-legged zombie? God, this guy, he would have fucking knew. Well, 3-legged zombie, you know, it's got a really long 3rd leg. Favorite zombie's probably... I hated zombie format. Fuck that format. But card of Save Return, man. Fucked me. I don't know. I don't know who my favorite zombie would be, honestly. Probably the little paladin guy of Cursed whatever. It's a really cool zombie deck, like 2007, that I really wanted to play. But probably either the Mystical Cerberus looking one or the Paladin of Cursed whatever. Definitely fucking cool art. Ace Metal 85 asks, was there anything that made you really start Yu-Gi-Oh? My friends. The show, just because it was a fun game at the time. Show helped. Subliminal advertising, yada yada yada. But really it was my group of Pokemon friends that really got into the game. You know, without good friends, you're not going to really get the chance to play cool games. Ray Q asks, are you actually trying to lose a couple of pounds for better health? Says not a troll question. No, I am not looking to actively lose weight. I got a friend that keeps trying to drag me to the gym though. Maybe we'll take it up on the offer at some point. But I'm fine where I am at the moment in life. I don't, you know, like when you hit 500 pounds and you're like, damn, like then you gotta fucking take care of yourself, alright? You know, like I'm tall, my weight's very distributed. You know, when you're 6'4", you know, yeah, you look it, but you know, not real justifying being fat, but like when you reach damn, and then we'll lose some weight. I could stand to lose a few pounds. You're right, but I like eating. Slimemore95 asks, what's the idea of the car videos? Are you actually driving whilst filming them? We used to drive. We stopped that shit. Now we sit in parking lots. It's honestly a change of scenery. I don't necessarily like being cooped up in the house all the time. Different inspiration. You know, sometimes an idea might come to you while you're driving around. When you go to town to get lunch, you're thinking, man, what should we talk about today? Other times, you know, some people get inspiration from taking a shower. It's all within the realm of creativity. So just another scenery change. And we're usually recording with our shitty S5. Phone is so fucking out of date. I need to get a new one. So bad. I mean, like, look at this thing. So old. Halo Nick asks, I think he films these at locals or some shit, but he definitely ain't drive. Oh, these are comments to the other video. Applepie Lover, I'm from the year 2034, and let me say, Rob, that you are no more in that timeline. You have a weight problem and you will cease to exist in 2027. It's very shameful because I was told I was going to die in 2011. I was also told I was going to die in 2015. And somehow, we're still ticking. So, I think for the time being, like, we're fine. The triple bypass heart surgery will kill me, though, probably before that. Javier Lopez, why did you let Zodiac digress into the cancerous black hole of hell? So, it didn't digress. I don't believe in... We took a very 4chan-ish approach. What's the point in running a group unless people have full authority to do as they want? You know, we only interfere when a stupid fucking meme becomes so cancerous. And it gets to the point of some people just can't take beyond the internet. You know, if you can't handle something, close your fucking computer screen. Walk away. Go outside, you know. Go over to the little kid in the corner of the parking lot. Punch him in the face. Because you're a bully. Avriel32 asks, we always see your car videos. What kind of car do I drive? Chrysler 32. So many people are actually curious about that. Used to be a Malibu. I think got a wreck running. Master Swag King, McDonald's, or Dairy Queen. I saved this from lunch for you. Always. It's always fucking Dairy Queen. Fucking, you can get a double cheeseburger basket and a chili cheese dog for $9.44 large size with a Coke and ice. Always. Know my order by heart. Little Duelist asks, why do you like gadgets so much? I want to phrase this. They were an iconic part of my life. I was going through a really shitty time, and I kind of latched onto them. They were a hope in a very dark situation in my life, going through a breakup. Man, young 17-year-old Robbie. It was just kind of something that I latched onto, and it kind of came with me as I grew up and adapted. And I've grown up more throughout time, and because of that, you know, like, that part of me has kind of faded away a little bit. And when you have something like that connected to you, you sound like a really special case. But I don't know. They were there for me. Guys, sound like my cards talking to me. Fucking Yugi, is that you? You know, they were there for me in a dark time in my life, and they got me through that point. So, yeah, not much else to really say about that. Sorry if I sound like I'm giving cryptic answers. I'm not really trying to. These are things that I would like to alleviate on at another point in time. But so much at this point in time, I think we're going in definitely the appropriate way that we should. But when you're 17 years old, you're going through a breakup, you hate school because everyone's calling you fat, and, you know, you nearly wanted to commit suicide like a year before that. I remember there was a time when I was 15 years old, I was crying to my mother because I wanted to kill myself. Because of peer pressure, things like that. Having something like this got me through that. So, having grown up, being 27 now, you learn a lot. Undadusty asks, what is your favorite card rarity? Secret Rare. Though everyone will say I'm stupid, it's a set ultimate. Tyler King asks, will tricksters break the game? No. Maxie's at 1. Thomas Wood asks, now more Link monsters have been revealed, and we are starting to understand how the format will run. Do you think it's going to take the game in a positive direction? I like Links. Though a lot of people will disagree because they want their deck from previous formats to still be good. It just forces players to buy new cards while effectively budgeting the game. I get that. I think it's going in a good direction. Dumpus69 says, why don't you ever dress up a little bit? I think you would look good in a nice sharp suit. Clothes are expensive. Okay. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. This is my job. Don't really have a lot of money. Though at some point it wouldn't be against anything. I mean, I definitely like my breast pocket shirts. It's more of a style I picked up from my father and my grandfather throughout time. But possibility of changing that. You know, I'm not going to disagree, but fancy stuff like that is expensive. Dark Knight asks, how many prize cards do you own, and how much did it cost you? Sold my Shonen Jump set for $5 grand to pay for that thing out there, the car, which you guys can't see. Currently, I think the only prize card I own is Minerva. I have some of the reprinted replicas, but those really count. I mean, the Divinities are worth $2,300. So, currently just Minerva. Used to have a lot more, but, you know, when you're growing up, you know, you get these things as potential investments, so sometimes you have to break them up. You know, I've had World's Prize cards on this channel. We've had the Pit Boss, and we had the Emperor of Lightning. So, we've had nice things. Channel record proves that. SC8S0138 asks, I have a strong feeling that linked format is going to inspire a lot of players to quit the game. Would you agree? Why or why not? Yes, a lot of players are going to quit because players do not like change. However, those who adapt, much like Pendulum format, and the new players that survive will have a new generation of duelists. There is no doubt about that. But people need to get over this fear of things, the fear of the unknown, and they need to adapt. Simon Lane asks, do you think that Tzolk'in is still good links? I'm curious just because it seems like having that is a useless card. Taking him up a line marker is annoying. So, yes, Tzolk'in is shit in my opinion. And I also think that F-Zero is shit in those formats. It literally, the job that those cards did, no one will be able to do it. Miguel Lopez asked, hey, keep up the good work. Dude. You fucking know it. I just want to ask, what was your first Yu-Gi-Oh deck you ever made? I made a really shitty Dark Magician deck off of a fucking structure deck and a few packs of LOB, man. Mine was Level Monsters from Soul of the Duelist. Really my favorite archetype set that came out. Dude, you're right. Level Monsters is one of the coolest things ever. I remember I top 8 locals. Made it my fucking goal for weeks to top 8 locals with Silent Magicians. And I fucking did it. Like, everyone was away at a regional. There was like 12 people there. When you're like 17, 18, like, just the inspiration levels that you get from doing something like that, it was astronomical. Naranagi asks, I have 2 questions. Do you agree with the TCG list separation? Do you think they should merge back together? I think that the separation is good. The TCG has been more passive with hits, while the OCG is a little bit more sporadic. Do you think the TCG should allow the usage of OCG cards? No, different backs. Too much potential cheating. Definitely, I don't want to see OCG cards in my format, though those Korean secret rares are pretty fucking hot. So, what would be the point in buying English cards when I could just go order a box of Korean for $20 fucking? That's not all, folks. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Please check out my Cardfight Vanguard channel, MKohl40. You guys will get an insight on our playtesting sessions. And please check out the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. That way you guys can follow the House of Champions and MKohl40 interactions. Please check out MKohl Games for all of your guys' trading card game needs. And if you guys enjoyed this content, please check out my Patreon in the description. Every bit helps to the creation of these videos. One step at a time in improvement, and that's the goal of this channel. Alright guys, have a good time, and thanks for watching.